How's it going, you guys? Kyle from VW World bringing you another interior video today. Today we're looking at the Tiguan SEL Premium third row. So we'll start off in the trunk. Trunk space is important for a lot of SUV owners, so Volkswagen made sure that even in the third row model you still have something back here. We won't pretend that it's a lot, but it's at least enough to where you can fit a couple groceries in there, or maybe some luggage if you're going to the airport with the kids. Super easy to lay the third row down. You just pull that little tab, it lets it go, and then you can just sort of lay it down that way. And of course you have these little tabs to pull it back up. Of course, being the SEL Premium model, we do have the power lift gate. One button touch. Take you into the back seats. You can see in here we have some really high quality feeling leather. It does have the nice gray piping on it, which looks really cool, adds some definition and a little bit of sportiness to the design. Leg room back here in the middle row is really nice and comfortable, no complaints at all. Whenever we take a look into the third row, however, you can see definitely not designed for an adult, more for kids to just kind of squeeze back here if you just need the extra room but don't want to bump all the way up to the Atlas. In this middle row, you can see we do have vents, little storage, and one USB and a 12-volt charger. Now that USB port is charge only, not media. Taking you up front now. On the inside, we'll start with the door. Of course, power locks, Fender premium audio. You'd expect that in a premium audio system. One-touch door controls and window controls. And of course, access to the rear hatch. Now on the actual seat itself, we do have the 1, 2, 3 memory seating and full power seats with lumbar. Again, that gray piping comes all the way. Hopping in, give you a quick start up. Now this one is pretty low on fuel, so it's of course going to warn us right away, please refuel. We'll just bypass that menu and select driver 1. Now on the digital cockpit here, you can see we have all sorts of menus. You can check out your speed, average speed, distance, MPG, your fuel range, all sorts of stuff. Really customize it to what you need. You can even put up your driver's assistance features on here, turn them off and on while you're on the go. Also in here you have your navigation. When it's not running you do just have a compass, but when we take it from this screen and press on the map button, swaps us over actually up to here. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, all from the steering wheel controls, which is a really neat feature. Also up here you can have your audio. Turns out right now we are listening to some Sirius XM. You can also show up your phone, so this will show your recent calls, even your contact list, and you can make your calls from there if somebody's calling you even. And of course vehicle status, so if something's wrong with the car, as you can see right now, we need to refuel, it'll let you know. One of the coolest things about that screen is if we press the view button, we can actually come in and change how it looks. So we can go from the classic, gear and speed, economy and range, navigation, all sorts of different things. Off-road is pretty cool. Coming over to the actual radio itself, you can see we have the currently on satellite radio. You do have 18 presets on these models, which is a huge number of presets. I don't know anybody that listens to that much radio, but that's 18 for Sirius XM, FM, and AM. easy to swap between them. We also have our media. This is where everything other than radio will be. So in this case, on the SEL Premium model, if we hit the source, you get CD, SD card 1, which is taken up by our nav, SD card 2, USB 1 and 2, Bluetooth audio, and auxiliary. We also have our phone screen that lets us make our phone calls if we were connected, voice commands built in, of course the navigation we were checking out earlier, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, of course, in this model, car status, and then a menu to just view everything. Coming down to the climate control, heated front seat and heated steering wheel for driver and passenger. Dual climate control, so no longer do you have to argue on the highway if it's too hot, too cold. Driver and passenger are now independent of each other. Dropping down below that even, you can see we have 2 USB ports, an auxiliary port, and a 12-volt charger up front as well. Now these ones, unlike the one in the rear, are going to be for media and for charging. You'll also see we have our automatic transmission in the Tiguan, push button start, electronic parking brake, and down here we actually have our different driving modes, which translate up onto the screen as well as I go through them. Over here we have our button to turn off our auto start, auto off feature, and then of course the parking sensors, and in this model the overhead camera as well. Kind of tough to tell, I'm not really around anything right now in the middle of a parking lot, but it is a full bird's eye view of the car. We also have a really nice spacious glove box, CD players hidden away in there. Obviously we have some of the paperwork from the dealership right now, but you can see it is a pretty significant amount of space. You'll have no problem actually keeping stuff in there, unlike a lot of other brands. Now, one of the cool things we noticed on the premium Tiguan, VW used to put their garage door openers right up there next to the car net. What they actually do now is underneath the mirror, you can see there are 3 buttons that you can program to your garage door opener. It's also a frameless mirror, which is pretty neat, that shows you the direction that you're going as well. Up top, controls for the lights in the car, as well as the big panoramic moonroof and the cover, which you can see right now goes all the way back. That just about does it for us, guys. If you have any questions at all, or if you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead, like the video, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can get updated whenever we upload next. We'll see you guys next time.